You know, the last thing that I would have ever thought I would tell you is that Windows 11 is getting cool. But it kind of is. As yes, Microsoft's event doesn't just bring new hardware, but Copilot on Windows 11 sounds pretty insane. iPhone Day just happened, but there are a few tricks announced that aren't really ready yet. And even before the Pixel 8 series, believe it or not, we already know about the Pixel 8a coming later. I'm Jaime Rivera, and I know, it's either late or early. Techtember is insane. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today is coming later, at the end of the video, so let's just start with OnePlus since we have new information about their foldable. A few months ago, rumors about this device started to surface, and it was supposed to be out by now, but it seems like there were some unexpected delays. We don't know if that information is real or the cause of the delays, but the wait is coming to an end. According to Max Jambor in our report, the company is set to launch the OnePlus Open on October 19th. OnePlus's choice for the launch date makes it a direct competitor to the Pixel 8 series, so, it would be, only 2 weeks after that launch. The company has been mostly silent about the device, but based on the rumors, we can expect the Open to be quite sleek with flat edges and a leather back. The phone could have a regular 7.8-inch 2K AMOLED folding display, a huge circular camera cutout, and the classic alert slider. It could also come with a 6.3-inch front display, supporting 120Hz refresh rate. It is expected to be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 paired with a 256 gigs of storage and up to 16 gigs of RAM. The Open foldable could also support 67-watt charging and feature a 4800 mAh battery. It sounds all nice in specs, but we'll see what we get. Now let's talk about Google because it's already happening. We have the first leaks of the Pixel 8a. We're just a couple of weeks away from the launch of the 8 lineup, but the reports have already started to get ahead with the A series, and now we have an image of what we could expect. The images show the Pixel 8a with 2 cameras in a pill-shaped cutout, with the entire device having a blue color similar to what we heard for the Pixel 8 Pro leaks. It follows the same design language with some slight changes like the updated shape. It is much more rounded in the corners compared to the existing Pixel 7a, and the side of the phone has a matte finish to the metal, but the back has a glossy finish. One image of the front of the device shows the display, which has very rounded corners but also fairly big bezels by modern standards. On the inside, it is reported that it will be powered by the Tensor G3, which will debut with the Pixel 8 series in a few weeks, apparently. I know it's Google, and these things happen all the time to them, but given that it's this early, we would recommend you take everything with a grain of salt. Moving on, today was iPhone and Apple Watch Day. The devices should have arrived to a good amount of people who were lucky to have pre-ordered for the day of arrival, but just so you know, there are some details about these devices that you might want to consider. Earlier this week, Cupertino launched iOS 17 and watchOS 10. There are a lot of exciting new features, but some of them will not be available until later this year. So here are some of the most interesting features that won't be available right away, just to not catch you by surprise. The new journal application that will allow iPhone users to reflect on their day, memories complete with text, photos, music, audio recordings, and more is one of the main features we have to wait for. The next generation CarPlay that will support multiple displays, widgets, and the integration with vehicle functions like the instrument cluster, climate controls, and FM radio is not available either. We're also missing other features like collaborative Apple Music playlist, AirDrop transfers via internet, and iMessage contact key verification. The first iOS 17.1 beta should be available next week, and the update will likely be released in probably October or November. We also have to wait for some watchOS 10 features, but definitely the spotlight is on the double tap gesture. Double tap will allow users to tap their Apple Watches with quick hand gestures to perform common actions on the Apple Watch, such as stopping a timer, playing and pausing music, snoozing the alarm, answering and ending phone calls, etc. But despite it being hyped as the Halo feature, well, apparently you'll have to wait to version 10.1. We're also getting a beta next week, apparently, and official updates should arrive next month. So yeah, I have been using the Apple Watch Series 9 for a couple of days. Also have my iPhone 15 Pro Max. I have all the iPhones, but I'm debating if I should finalize the reviews with the features still pending. You let me know what you think in the comments. And finally, for the hottest news today, let's talk about Microsoft and the announcement of their new laptops, plus where Windows 11 is going, because, listen, I would rarely call this the hottest news, but a lot of this stuff is actually cool. Thursday, during an event here in New York City that I attended, the company launched the Surface Laptop Studio 2 and the Surface Laptop Go 3. Now, although the new laptops look similar in design to their predecessors, the new Surface devices arrive with upgraded processors, better battery life, and other minor spec bumps. The Studio 2 is actually chunkier, but then it still comes with a 14.4-inch screen that you can pull forward to lay flat like a tablet. However, it sports a few changes under the hood in addition to the size. The company claims that it's twice as fast as its predecessor thanks to the Intel 13th generation i7 processors and NVIDIA RTX 4050 and 4060 GPUs. It's also the first Windows computer with an Intel Neural Processing Unit, which should allow for faster, more powerful AI capabilities, and they did a demo comparing it to Apple's M2 Max, and apparently it won, but we'll have to test it. You can pre-order the Surface Laptop Studio 2 for $19.99 in its base configuration of 512 gigs of storage and 16 gigs of RAM. But Microsoft also unveiled the Surface Laptop Go 3, which offers the same 12.4-inch 3x2 aspect ratio Pixel Sense touchscreen as last year. It is extremely light, weighing less than 2.5 pounds, making it the lightest Surface device. It starts at $799, which is crazy affordable, and you can pair it up with an Intel Core i5 with up to 16 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage, which is kind of low. That said, honestly, probably the most exciting thing was Copilot reaching Windows 11 on September 26. They said it will seamlessly be available across all applications and experiences that you care about most, including Windows 11 the desktop, Microsoft 365, Outlook, the Edge browser, and Bing. They described it as a handshake between you and technology, implying that this is basically the assistant that we've been waiting for years. I mean, something that actually helps you get things done. If you give this tool the necessary permissions, it will be able to pull data from your calendar, email, documents, and more to help you quickly draft text, emails, and it'll make suggestions in real time on applications like Outlook. Heck, it can read your emails and tell you what you should care about. It can summarize stuff. It was actually really cool in the demos. Copilot for Windows will also let users control part of the desktop experience with voice or text commands, which will be a great improvement for the current experience. You can even create imagery, or edit images. It was crazy. And again, the coolest part is that all this stuff, or at least most of it, or some of it, should be available in just a couple of days. So anyways, in today's question, let us know, what do you think about the current state of Microsoft? Because, for the longest time, I used to be a Microsoft fan for 20 years ago, I would say. And then I started using Apple products and then just made me shift away, particularly with the creative stuff that I do. But I won't lie, I have been wanting an assistant. I have been wanting these digital assistants to go beyond just helping me set a timer, which, yeah, sure, it saves me a couple of steps, but no, I want them to help me get work done. And this is a step in the right direction. I think that they've disrupted the market so much that they've got Google and so many other companies trying to catch up. So I like where they're going, but that's just me. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social media, so our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me debate the obvious. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.